Let's return to This Week in America. Here's your host, Rick Bratton.
Welcome back, everybody. Coast to Coast, This Week in America. It's being called the child's tale of great depth. What makes a rocking chair so appealing for rocking? People rock for comfort, fun, relaxation, pleasure, or rest, so there must be something special about a rocking chair. In her book, The Red Oak Rocking Chair, author Nelibeth Plaza tells the story of one particular rocking chair that shares surprising, heartwarming, joyful, and sorrowful details of a family. The Red Oak Rocking Chair provides a unique perspective on life and love. Nelibeth has served for 25 years in the New York City Department of Education as an elementary school teacher, formerly an assistant principal. She loves working with children and has a passion for reading aloud in the classroom. Nelibeth Plaza, author of The Red Oak Rocking Chair, with us on This Week in America. Nelibeth, welcome to the program. It's great to have you with us.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
I'm excited about having you on. What a concept for a book, and if a rocking chair could talk, all of the stories, and actually it can during the book and the discussion today. What motivated you to write a book about a rocking chair?
Well, it was about my granddaughter. And my granddaughter, from the moment that she was newborn until now that she went to college, I used to rock her in the rocking chair. And so did my mother and her mother. So it's 4 generations in one rocking chair. So amazing stories it would tell if it had the ability to speak and to look at what Maya was doing when she was a baby.
Well, yes, it's so fascinating, and it's something we probably all have, possibly handed down from generation to generation, a rocking chair. And as you're reading The Red Oak Rocking Chair by Nelibeth Plaza, our guest on the program, you wonder, boy, that chair has been around. If a chair could talk, that would have a lot of amazing stories. And talk about the motivation, because you've got a real picture of your granddaughter on the cover of the book.
Yes, that was Maya when she was 5 years old. Maya's 22 years old now. So it was her first day of kindergarten, and just her smile, it was so exciting. So that when I looked at that picture, I said that would be an awesome picture for the cover of the book.
Yeah, it's such a charming picture.
I'm sorry. And it's based on Maya. It's my family story. So a lot of grandparents can relate to it.
The book is The Red Oak Rocking Chair. Nelibeth Plaza, our guest on the program today. And with Maya, you've got her actual portraits in her artwork in your book as well, don't you?
Correct. From the beginning, that's her kindergarten, first grade painting, all the way to college. The last page is the portrait of her mother kissing her right after birth.
It's such a touching book with the stories, and they're stories that we all can relate to with a rocking chair or a piece of furniture or something that's been in the family from generation to generation. Why was it so important?
Correct.
Yeah, why was it so important to share the Christmas dinner in Spanish as well as English?
That's because of my culture, and we're very excited about the food that we have on Christmas Eve and Christmas morning. So I added that in Spanish and English because I am Latin. So I wanted to bring my culture into the book.
Yeah, and that's such a special time for all of us, and I know in you in particular as you share that. Nelibeth Plaza, our guest on the program, The Red Oak Rocking Chair is the book we're talking about. Pictures, there are no pictures on pages 16 through 22. Why did you do that?
I did that because it was a time where the rocking chair is staying still and reminiscing. No one was near the rocking chair. So I thought that by doing that, it's a time where the rocking chair was reflecting.
And as I say, it's such a touching book, and again, something we all can relate to. And you think about what the chair has been gone through, a period of reflection during pages 16 through 22 in the book. You were 62, I understand, when you published this, your first book. Why did you do it now and maybe not earlier? Because you have a real gift for storytelling.
Yes, I just wrote the book now at 62 because it was a time in my life where I was able to sit down and write about it. Prior to that, as a single mom, it was very hard for me raising two daughters on my own. So I never had the opportunity all the time. I was going to college and then working as a school teacher. And of course, I'm going up the ladder from a teacher to a coach and then an assistant principal. So that took a lot of my time and energy.
And now the book is available, The Red Oak Rocking Chair. Nelibeth Plaza, our guest on the program. You did such a wonderful job with this book. Are you planning to write other books?
Yes, I already have written, and I have the manuscript. I have not published the book, but my next book is, the title, Is It Santa? And it's a mystery.
Ooh, now I'm looking forward to that. You got my attention with that. How's that book progressing so far?
Well, I wrote the story, so the manuscript is already complete, and I guess by next year I should be able to publish the book.
Yeah, we'll be looking forward to that. And believe me, next year we'll be here before you know it. The way time is going through, you'll be having Christmas dinner before we know it here with the way this year is going. Nelibeth Plaza, our guest on the program, talking about her delightful book, The Red Oak Rocking Chair. You go from heartwarming and joyful to the bittersweet realization of detachment. Talk about why you took that approach in the book.
The reason why I took that approach is because the rocking chair is experiencing what we experience, the empty nest syndrome, when our little ones are grown up and we have to let them go away to college and explore.
Yes, it's something that we all go through, and there's time when obviously the chair was idle. It was not being constantly rocked, or a newborn baby being rocked in it, a child rocking as they're watching television or reading a book. There's times of detachment there as well. Being a grandmother, was there this special bond, a close bond with that only grandparents maybe can relate to in the story that you're telling?
Correct. My daughter Rebecca had Maya at a birthing center. So as soon as she gave birth, she gave her a kiss and she handed me Maya. And from that moment on, there was such a bond, such a connection. And I'm sure that a lot of grandparents can relate to that.
Yeah, I'm sure that they can, and there's that relationship that you have that I think so many of us. It's like, yeah, I can, with my grandson, my granddaughter, or multiple numbers of grandkids that sharing that experience. You talk about that it's 4 generations on this rocking chair. That's important, and I keep mentioning from generation to generation. Talk about 4 generations and why you really felt it was important to point that out in the book.
Yes. My mother, she rocked my daughter in that rocking chair. And then when Maya was born, my granddaughter, my mother, I, and my daughter rocked Maya in the chair. And we read stories to Maya. We sang to Maya. We did finger songs with Maya. So everyone was connected to this rocking chair through Maya.
What is the condition of the chair? Well, let's go back and talk about over the course of 4 generations. I'm sure you had to do a little refurbishing of the chair from time to time.
No, the chair is exactly the way
interesting.
From the original when we purchased it. So it is still in the family.
Okay, an important part of the family, I would assume, as well. So many memories.
Yes. And to this day, we're using the chair.
As I'm reading the book and talking about it here, it's so much more obviously than just a chair. Talk about what this means, the symbolism with family and connection with family. That's sort of, if there's something that connects everybody in the family, it's a rocking chair, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. The read aloud. You sitting in the rocking chair and you have your grandchildren around you. The read aloud. When they know, oh, it's grandma, she's going to read to us. They gather around the rocking chair. So yeah, it's a symbol. It's a family, time of gathering after dinner, and then even when I'm not around and they sit in the rocking chair, they remember, oh, grandma read this story on this rocking chair.
I was going to say, it's great for memories too, isn't it? Just everybody
Absolutely.
sit around and, in fact, did you do that as you were writing the book? Did the family know that you were writing this, and did they share their memories with the rocking chair?
Yes. What triggered it is a photo. That's what triggered a photo. From a photo, looking at the rocking chair, I said, oh my God, if that rocking chair could speak, amazing stories it would tell.
Yes.
And it just, like my mind, I said, I have to write the story. And I told my grandkids, I'm going to write a story about this rocking chair.
What is the reaction? I'm going to say readers in general, it's receiving excellent reviews, but family members, Maya in particular, what has this been like for the family to have their rocking chair, their red oak rocking chair, being the subject of a book?
They're really surprised. They just didn't think that I was going to add the eyes, the nose, the mouth, the ears. They're like, Grandma, how did you do that?
What are some?
And I said, using my imagination.
It's exactly. What do you hope the readers take away in reading this? It's a charming, delightful story, but I'm sure that you hope they do a little reflection on their own lives and the warm memories.
Yes, that time flies when you least expect it.
Yes.
You turn around and that little baby is no longer a little baby, so you have to treasure every moment. Lots of book reading and storytelling and rocking on the rocking chair is important.
Talk about that. We got a couple minutes left in the program. I mentioned that in the beginning, this passion that you have for storytelling. Why is that so important? And I'm almost afraid maybe at some point that will be a lost art. I don't know if people take time to tell stories anymore. It's such a fast-paced world. Talk about, first of all, the importance of storytelling. And I'm sure that's the way over the years in dealing with kids in school, with children in school, that might have been the one connection they really needed to turn their lives around and to welcome education because of the way it was presented by you and stories. Talk about the storytelling and why it's so important.
Storytelling is so important because as you're telling the story, the children around you are using their imagination to create the characters. And this is very important when they, especially a 5-year-old, when they go to kindergarten, they can use this in their writing. Reading and writing is so important. And it starts with early childhood. The more storytelling and the more poetry reading that you do at a very young age, the more creative the young child will be in school. And that's what happened to my granddaughter. We did a lot of storytelling, a lot of painting with the finger painting.
Yes.
And she became an artist.
So, boy, you planted
using the mind.
Yeah, you planted that
At a very
seed
young
early,
age.
and opened up a whole new world for her that she will obviously be spending some time in and contributing to. The second part of that is, as I ask it, was: do we place enough emphasis on storytelling now? Do you think we do?
I don't think so. I really don't think so. I know I did it with my daughters, and I know that my daughter did it with their children. And when I was a teacher in the classroom, I know that I did a lot of storytelling, and I allowed the children to be creative and create their own stories.
And you don't have that. I see so often now, and I see it when we're out and parents are dealing with young children, and basically the storyteller's a tablet they give to them, and there's no interaction with that, is there? There's no a question and answer.
No.
There's no discussion of what it is they're seeing or you're talking about. It's just them and a screen in front of them.
Yes, it's so sad. It's so sad because, a child, I see all these young kids with their tablets. It's so sad. I don't see them with books. And it's really a very lost, reading is not as, when I was growing up, I used to read a lot. My daughters used to read. My granddaughter used to read. It didn't matter where we were. We always had a book. Today is so sad. We don't see that.
Yes, it is sort of the foundation for everything we do for the rest of our lives, and great enjoyment and information throughout the years. This is a book that you're going to want to get. This will be a book that the family will be able to share and enjoy. It's called The Red Oak Rocking Chair. Nelibeth Plaza has been our guest on the program. I know you've been working with Reader's Magnet on this project. What has that been like for you working with them?
It's fantastic. I've had such a wonderful experience with Reader's Magnet. And I am going to be in Miami November 22nd, and I'm going to be doing my first book signing. And I will be there from the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th at the book fair, the 2019 Miami Book Fair.
I did not realize
very excited.
that. Well, and you should be. That's one of the top ones, not only in the country, but worldwide. People come for the Miami Book Fair, and Nelibeth will be there, and we'll have that information up on our website as well. That's got to be fun to be out and actually make contact with people and see them react to your book and buy copies of the book and sign it. I'm sure you're looking forward to that. That'll be fun.
Yes, I am looking forward to that. And here, I've been going to different daycare, and I've been reading out loud to little children, and I volunteer. So my book, I've been using it to get the children excited about the holiday that's coming and the food that we're going to be having for the holidays. So I've been pretty active.
Boy, it sounds like it. And the book is so excellently done. The Red Oak Rocking Chair, Nelibeth Plaza, our guest on the program. Information, the book's available at Amazon, the usual places. You can link on directly by going to our website, thisweekinamerica.us. Nelibeth, thank you so much for being with us on the program. Enjoy your time in Miami for the big book fair down there. And thank you for visiting with us on the program today. Thank you so much. It has been our pleasure. Nelibeth Plaza, author of the book, The Red Oak Rocking Chair. You'll find information on our website, thisweekinamerica.us. And we're back after these messages.
This Week in America is online. You can visit our website, thisweekinamerica.us. Scott Pinkerton, associate producer of This Week in America. Jay Anderson, segment producer. Ben Watson, webmaster. Otto Bechet, director of engineering and TV production. This Week in America produced and is a trademark of Blue Funk Broadcasting, LLC. For information on all of our guests and to listen to this week's show, our website again at thisweekinamerica.us. And I'm Sean Bratton, executive producer of This Week in America.